line will go about there. Oh, come on, get sucked in there. Get sucked in there. Give me a hole in one. Oh, look at that. Okay. One down, one to go. Got him! Yes! On the edge of defeat, just yanked victory right out of there. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, I'm yeah, that's gonna that guy's gonna kill me. Everybody else see that floating body there? Something's definitely wrong. I hope she's not planning to do anything weird since they lost. I should make I should go make sure she's okay. Oh, what? Glockenspiel. It's just I
just got 4 balls.
That's all I need, actually.
How do you walk?
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
Sing it. I did that as a wild shot, not expecting it to go anywhere. That was not supposed to happen. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is in your local time frame of the world. I hope that your week has been a good one. I'll bring this down to my ears just a little bit. And that you know, things haven't been too horrible, nasty, or ugly for you during your week, whether it be working, socializing, hanging out with family that nobody seems to like, or hanging out with a family that everybody seems to like but you. I hope that it was tolerable, but not too straining on you, that you got plenty of spoons left for the weekend. Plan for today, Final Fantasy XIV, Endwalker MSQ. If there's any waiting involved, doing some fates as a machinist. Okay, game is up, so we can go ahead and get rid of that. We can do some fates in Lakeland as machinist, because I'm real close to the shared fate tier 3 goal there, which is completing 60 fates just in that region. Actually, it'd be more than 60 fates. Maybe like 64 fates. Gonna complete 1 for tier 1, 3 for tier 2, and then 60 for tier 3. Something like that. So, so we are real close to that tier 3 fate for Lakeland. Then a whole bunch of fates in the next region, Shadowbringers. So this is my crafter look. He's actually an alchemist right at this moment. Oh, we're in right away. That's unusual. That's a new one on me. Got the 4 crafting jobs I have up to level 81. Which is just the daily crafting mission and then some custom deliveries. Which I can't do custom deliveries again until sometime after 3 a.m. on Tuesday, 3 a.m. my time. Let's kick back over to Summoner here. Oh, sorry, I gotta go speak with Kryl. You know what? I want to pick my minion for a moment. Usually I do the random. But I'm feeling kind of picky at the moment. I wish I could do... If I could do more than one, I'd do Ultros and Gilgamesh right now. Get Midgar fluttering around. Got the Palico last week with the Monster Hunter crossover quests. Let's bring Gaia out for a bit. From the Eden quests. I gotta speak with Kryl right outside the Valdesian Annex. So we will do that. And I'm going to test a little something here too. I'm gonna do a double test here. Let's see if our bot dances. Where that chat should show up. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's hiding with some of the other text there. Okay. So that was about what, 15? Okay. I'm trying to keep an eye on the our little dancing robot over there to see when/if he dances. I think I received a gift from Tataru. Yep, I'm kind of wearing it. I was fretting to get everything just right. Let's see it realized with great success. For others, though, they've already taken their leave. They've got the last stand for a bite to eat. I'll say Gratia, meanwhile. Thought the time would be better spent poring over books. Alpha and Estinian, well, I'd like to pay a visit to the Lepalure estate. Though Estinian seemed somewhat reluctant. Yeah, why would Estinian want to go see Alphino's parents? Before Y'shtola and the others finish eating. Closer and headlong in battle. Fatigue mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. Thancred first. You're gonna make me do these in a certain order. I can't just go pick them myself. Okay, if that's what you feel like doing. Thancred, Urianger, and Y'shtola. Having some yummy nummies. Okay, I like this. Very soothing, very relaxing music in here. Nice little bongos in the background.
Your business with Tataru was finished.
Yep, I'm wearing it.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Oh, the doom and gloom has been bringing
Feels like a lifetime ago that
people
Master
together.
Liftoff gathered us together to form the circle of knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world.
You think you know it all until you realize how little you actually know.
Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
How far the other edge is.
Ultima Thule.
Thancred's just got himself a good old cheeseburger sitting there.
Nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine.
It's a good-looking cheeseburger.
But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
For Heidelin. Yeah, not to Rhine, not to Minfilia. I still say my earring looks like a lizard clinging to the bottom of my earlobe.
No, it's nothing. I just... Well, lately I find myself surprised at how much I've changed. How much we've all changed.
We've come far.
Pizza and wings.
And if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still.
Big old burrito.
Aye.
Cake
We
looks
will avert
okay.
this
Strawberry
calamity
shortcake.
and return home.
I know they're giving important plot points,
In
and I'm
preparation for which, we
critiquing
must
the
give
food.
thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Asians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though. In uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out.
So you gonna retire, Y'shtola?
After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much will change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world.
I've seen quite a bit of the
If thou
world
art
already.
amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
You might look more normal, but you will never sound normal.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Y'shtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise. Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return,
I mean, I wonder if you could
I will
use the
take you to see
moon.
Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
I wonder if you couldn't take the moon back and forth between
Spare me.
here and the reflections.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
He said duty.
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Sure. Bring me a glass of wine where the glass is as big as
Shall
my
we make
head.
a toast? To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
I don't get to say anything? Small talk and yammering. Oh, speak with Y'shtola, who's still sitting right there. Close my vest. You'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Oriange. Yeah. As you make the most of your time, that is all that matters. So I have to go see Alice and Alphino. Let's go see Alice first. Watch Justinian be uncomfortable at with Alphino and Alice's parents. Save that for last. Wish I could pull up my mount through here. I mean, they got streets. I could ride a chocobo in the streets. Oh, these two are nodding off. You try speaking with Alice, but she is fast asleep. Literally studied themselves into a nap. Well, they studied me into a nap too.
Oh,
Well, hey there, Guardian. Sunday and honk. Yep. How you doing today, Guardian?
knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over.
They just got back from deadbeat tie. Okay, just get back from work on your day off. See that having to go into work on your day off, if it's not a scheduled thing, then it really
From
sucks.
the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal,
You know, if you get called in
or
at the last
collapsing
minute
into a
because somebody
comfortable
didn't
bed.
show, or you know, putting out some fire you know,
To the grand triumphs
metaphorical
of
or
visiting
literal.
legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world.
Then yeah, that
There is
can
so much that life
that
has
can
to
make you very,
offer.
very tired. Yes.
So much to be treasured
Fire situation.
and
Okay,
shared
yeah.
with those we hold dear.
But if you're home again,
So
I'm guessing that means
consider
everything's
this.
calmed down and settled down.
Come
So
what may, you won't give up on
I hope
your
you can
own
enjoy the rest of
happiness.
your day off.
When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all
Hell
too
later,
easy
yeah.
to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all.
And that's not a very comfortable position to fall asleep in.
This feels familiar.
So yeah, that can always be.
Well, 'tis good to be.
Anytime you're getting called in on a day off, it's
Wait. What am I?
because you're more of a supervisory
Gods, don't
management
tell
kind
me
of
I fell
position, if I
asleep.
remember right. So definitely calling you in on a
Not
day
that
off.
there's any
That's
shame in it,
a doozy of a fire
but
that's
you were sleeping like babies.
needs to be taken care of.
How embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
Alice, are you embarrassed that we might tell people that you and
I'm told
Gahatia were
that
sleeping
sleeping
together?
in proper beds of your own choosing
Practically the GM,
is a
yeah.
much more effective way to prepare for battle. Oh,
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And he's gone. Yeah. Oh, you're practically GM when he's gone. Okay.
And you?
Nothing in particular. Yep, I've been there. And sometimes when they're calling you or you know, calling you to get to put the metaphorical fires out. Because the GM's too far away or something else. Or just not answering the phone. Well, and you know, you can always clog up, you know, my my Discord DMs or anything else with them too. Which that seems to be a common thread I've been seeing with some people lately. Is just list of issues with their current employers. I have none with mine. My media manager might be loosened up a little bit,
Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil.
but that's about it.
All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
And Estinian is dressed down for the first time I've ever seen him. Yeah, if not, well, I've got a new coworker at work. This will be her second job. Her full-time one. She loves the job, just again not some of the corporate environment that she's found herself in lately.
Where were you in my hour of need? I can face. I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well,
excuse
I
me.
for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
Oh, so you've already had your high tea with Mom. Okay.
Might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink.
But yeah,
Thought of
retail
freedom
has
crossed
its
my
own
mind. But what
slew
then?
of
I'd never hear the
issues.
end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. It was not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... It was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth.
He's yeah, Estinian is well, and Alphino is short, and I'm even
That's not
shorter.
to say I think we won't be returning.
So yeah,
Yet,
Alphino's
given what lies ahead,
still short. He's still a
I did
child,
not wish to leave for later.
and
that which I
I'm a
could do
potato,
today.
so I'm even shorter. So we make Estinian look even taller compared to us.
After all, tomorrow is never promised.
Tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday has already gone. That is why today is a gift. It's called the present.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought
His
back
arm is probably
some memories of
yeah.
me. Be we rich or poor, family is family.
I was saying normally he's got a much more
Last time we were on our way.
more domineering presence. But he actually almost looks tame in that outfit
Wait.
versus his armor and staff. Armor and lance.
Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
Okay. I'm going to say something right now. By the time, and this is maybe many years, many decades down the road, by the time they decide to completely shut down Final Fantasy 15, end all the stories, end the game, just shut the servers down and all that, if Alphino and Estinian haven't had a ceremony of eternal bonding by that time, I will be upset. I'm just putting that out there.
Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I
There
would
will be
not
fires.
alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
You're never one to forsake a friend, Alphino. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, they don't need to make it an obvious
No,
thing.
I'm not.
If they want to, they can make it an obvious thing. They can make it
And
a
I'm
subtle
proud
thing.
of that.
But if it doesn't happen by the time they shut all this down, yeah, there will be huge fires. Actually, I was doing something earlier in the week, and I can't remember the race name. There was somebody with a big, bulky character, about as tall as a Sinian, but all buffed out muscle, wearing a red dress from the basically the marriage, wearing a red wedding dress. And I mean, the dress looked nice, but not on that type of character. Seeing somebody going into battle, big, bulky, muscular person, going into battle wearing a red wedding dress, just kind of threw me a little bit. I say as I prepare to go into battle with a horn on my head. Me and my horny little potato. That night, the Royal Menagerie in Alamigo. Can't say that. Well, because he's a potato-sized character. He's got a horn on his head. He's a horny little potato. I mean... Okay. That's not good. That's the big bad from the Reaper quest line. That's where, aha, yes, that's where he was killed.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
Can we not just kill him already?
In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
I sought for you to be defeated so you would stop killing people. You have to look into your own deep-seated psychosis to find out what you sought in me. And thus it dawns. The day of reckoning. Oh yeah, that's not creepy or ominous at all. Steal yourself a little bit before going into the room. Justinian is quite talkative. He even towers over Oriange here.
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too.
Yep.
Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
Quick little recap of the group. I think at one point we were kind of fighting Estinian and Nidhogg.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel.
Okay. So we're going to jump on the Ark built by the Sharlayans and
They will
piloted
see
by
the eight
Funny
of you
Rabbits.
to Ultima Thule.
This will be it.
Upon arriving, Your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
Wish to? Not really. Have to? Yes. We'll do it anyway.
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph.
Well, yeah.
What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph.
We will certainly do our best and then some.
Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Let us be off then.
I mean, I understand the horn on a summoner is to focus the energies.
Wait.
I can't remember if it's focus them into the summoner's mind or from the summoner's mind out into the world. But it still seems like an odd. You just got this big old horn sticking up out of the middle of your forehead.
Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here.
Oh, Tataru, you are so much more than just a receptionist.
Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
You can count on it. So this is where we part ways, for now at least. That I had sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart. I have the teachings of Baldessian will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them, and there find true strength. That needs to be on a bumper sticker or inspirational poster somewhere. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think. But for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life. Things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture onto the sea of stars. That's all the way down to the bottom. The stat. Does have a certain chocolate milk look to it. I keep meaning to get a hold of the stylist and remove the pearl on his forehead, maybe tweak a couple other things. I never really considered the mustache a whole lot. I mean, I could, glamour a different headgear that would cover the face. You're right, I won't. Actually, I kind of wish I had some chocolate syrup. I could match my character's look with some chocolate milk. But unfortunately, I just have regular milk. I don't have any of the chocolate variety. That is a big ship. Look at that thing. I mean, she's no Enterprise, but she's still a beauty. A purdy ship, yep. And just the basic Final Fantasy starter music as we get ready to board.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this is bloody murder.
Oh, Sid, you enjoyed every minute of it.
But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a Garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Ah, don't mention it. Ever since that episode with Omega, I've been toying with the idea of star-faring vessels. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention.
I got an Alpha and an Omega there.
In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return.
There we go. Just save the world, we'll
So,
consider your debts
before
paid.
the name?
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration.
So, I kind of like the idea of going to the end of the universe in teeny tiny toy boat.
And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisoix not fought to protect this world. And in so doing, laid down his life.
So we name it after Louisoix?
Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The Starship Ragnarok.
Okay. kind of ominous, naming your craft after the name of mythical apocalypse. But I'll take it.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
Ooh, all the Beastmen tribes.
What are you all doing?
All of them.
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations. You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But
that makes sense.
A brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves.
Transfer the Mother Crystal's energy into primals. Yep, Oriaja, you just realized it.
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Yep.
Care to explain for our benefit?
As you may have witnessed at Bestways Burrow, the Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Exactly.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it.
Hey there, Ember. How you doing today?
A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
What? Yeah, the bot hasn't been acting right. He hasn't. I don't think he's greeted anybody. Hasn't done either of the commands.
And the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed.
I'm gonna do something here real quick. Test something here for a moment. That's right. The her depth trial finishes up today. Because it's just a judge, not a jury on that one, right?
Gave us the ability to use creation magics. She forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to Ragnarok.
Oh, it is jury. I didn't know that. Well, no, that's right, because this is a defamation suit. This isn't the divorce decree. So yes, this would have a trial on it, or a jury on it.
Here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion.
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Charlian tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best,
of course,
don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah. And I don't know if it's because he wasn't used to such high-profile cases, or if he's not the full.
Without decrying we who birthed them.
You know, he's not used to such cases like this. I don't know if he just didn't seem like the best choice. Yeah.
Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding. And
Yeah, her side wasn't the best. Well, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if
we will share with you the true expressions of our gods.
this was more a
Not
case of the
deities, but benevolent saviors.
the client pushing the case more than the lawyers. I would be surprised if her lawyers would have preferred to settle early before going to trial. But she insisted on it all going on. And then just, you know, pushing him to keep going forward even though it was all going downhill.
May we have a moment? In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Oh, did we get spacesuits?
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok.
Okay.
There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
I will say,
Looks like everything is in order.
I wouldn't be surprised if that bored all afternoon.
A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
I wouldn't be surprised if law students, you know, years down the road are studying this case as how not to run a defamation suit. Or how well not to defend a defamation suit. Oh, there we go. Direct you to the bridge. That's it. We're going to set aside sufficient time to view them in its entirety. Let's board the Ragnarok. There's actually a movie I need to sit down and watch Thor Ragnarok one of these days. Finished Loki last week. Until tomorrow, and even then, yeah. Might just be you and me making rocket stuff on Minecraft tomorrow. Ember. Oh. Yeah. I did enjoy Loki. I look forward to season 2, should it ever come about. I really liked WandaVision. I recently finished that one too. I like the format and setup they did for WandaVision.
I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered
So,
turning back.
yeah, Thorns and maybe. Like how there was one Loperette asleep at in his station there.
We're setting off in just a moment.
Well, Thor Ragnarok kind of leads into Loki too.
It's incredible.
But Thor Ragnarok, I'm sure, will lead more into Love and Thunder.
This is Forshano. Can you hear me?
Oh, I've watched What If.
The preparations for the summonings are complete.
I've watched What Ifs. Well, I saw a meme the other day.
In accordance with
you know,
the
in
14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site.
It's a person sitting there kind of thinking, and the captioning on it says, "In 35 years, new MCU fans realize they've got to watch 124 movies and 385 shows to get caught up in the current timeline. Mandalorian, yes, because they've got the season 3 of Mandalorian and the Ahsoka show coming out next year. So they're going to be running in tandem, and there's going to be another show running about the same time, Skeleton Crew. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi is out now.
The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
Yeah, I've got to watch more of Mandalorian. Series coming up on the Star Wars side of things.
As ready as we'll ever be.
Skeleton Crew, which is basically a group of kids far from home trying to find their way back.
Oh, come on. That star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
I want to issue the command to launch, but I want to say something before I do. The guy that was alongside KSO in Rogue One, kind of the guy that had the battle droid and helped out, what's her name? And I'm drawing complete name blanks right now. But they're going to have a prequel series for him. 2 seasons of it that will lead right into Rogue One. So you get to see his start leading up right to where he dies. Oh, Rogue One! Watch Rogue One. It's a good one. So they've got that coming out. So the Rogue One character, Skeleton Crew, new Ahsoka series, and the new season of Mandalorian coming out rest of this year and next year for the Star Wars side of things.
Engage!
Engage. Now, see, Rogue One was nice because it leads directly into A New Hope. It very well, it fills that gap between chapters 3 and 4 really well. Marvel and Stargate binging. I need to binge Atlantis. I need to binge Stargate Atlantis. You refuse, no. I mean, that's entirely up to you. Watch Clone Wars to get more Ahsoka lore. I'm still torn on me personally watching Clone Wars. Mostly because watching SGU it broke. I watched the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars saga that he did. It was a series of, season, quote unquote, season 1 was a series of 15-minute snippets, and then the season 2 was other. Oh, nice! There's the summons that are powering Freak Titan. Groot is in there too. Yep. Leviathan. Sorry, got distracted there. The Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars saga. You see the transition of Anakin going dark much more cleanly and clearly.
Carry landwalkers into the sky. I cannot imagine a greater indignity.
Oh, Gruda, shut up and flap.
Do not sulk so. For my mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice.
I like him.
Come, let us
Let's party! But yeah, the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars saga was beautifully done, great storytelling. And then when they decided to do the full animated series, they just ignored that it even happened.
I suppose all is as
So.
it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free.
There you go, Garuda. Here we go. The launching of Ragnarok. Yeah, the first season of Clone Wars took a little bit of warming up. I haven't watched a whole lot of it. It's my personal feelings that the Genndy Tartakovsky one was better. But I'm pretty sure that the Genndy Tartakovsky version of Clone Wars is on Disney Plus. So you can find both versions there.
Still in one piece? Good. Sleeping way? Report?
All's well. Fantastic, even.
Yeah. Disney Plus this, Disney Plus that, yeah.
Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
Well, Disney wants to make sure they have enough content for people of various tastes to pay for the subscription.
Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch.
Time to destination is 8 carats. Okay.
Alright, let's go over some points of caution.
Yep. Oh, sure. Now that we're launched and flying, that's when you want to give us a warning.
Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteon, she's likely used Dynamis to obfuscate her location.
Mads Mikkelsen is in. If I knew the
So, in conclusion, we'll
character
only know
or
what's
actor
there
name, I
when we
could
get
tell you
there.
for certain.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can.
Okay, yeah.
It'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any.
Yep, Galen Erso is in Rogue One.
But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Heidelin believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't. Like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash them
Doc
up
Strange,
into
okay.
bits, and you should as well.
Who is he in Doc Strange?
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive, and the vessel will shake a good bit.
'Cause I'm horrible. Unless it's an actor I really recognize and I've seen a ton of places.
What is this?
Facilities. Okay.
Something is interfering with the equipment.
Uh-oh. Flashing red means danger. Or B if it's bullion cube. Meteon. Oh yeah, she got dark and creepy.
greetings. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So this is Meteon.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters?
You might say that.
I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
Okay. I want to know what horror movie director they got to consult on this particular sequence.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering?
Well, they had to they changed Dumbledore's during the filming of the Harry Potter movies. Yeah, I know who you met by Grindelwald. They changed Dumbledore during the Harry Potter movies. So why not change Grindelwald's during the Fantastic Beasts movies?
Love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost. Stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident. Come now.
Yeah, well, honestly, I haven't watched a Pirates movie.
A truth you
I think the last two Pirates movies I haven't seen.
Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Gee, she's got such a bright and cheery outlook on life, doesn't she?
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with
Oh yeah, they were really good movies.
We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met.
Yeah, see, if I've seen her in other things, I couldn't tell you or remember her role in any of them. Whereas Johnny Depp, he's a memorable...
I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me.
Well, yeah, you've watched Atlantis. Of course you've seen Jason Momoa more than her.
And unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury.
Well, and Edward Scissorhands? Even without a whole lot of dialogue.
I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours.
And just his motions and facial expressions.
Suffocated and extinguished now.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality. where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end.
Oh no, Graha!
Where those who yet valiantly cling to life cannot thrive.
Come on, Thancred, what you gonna do? Do it! Oh, so we don't get to see him do it as we pass out. Winona Ryder? Yeah. I liked her in Beetlejuice. Yep.
By the Fury. Thancred?
Where'd he go?
Meteon has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone, it appears we are at our destination.
A bit of a bumpy arrival.
This is Ultima Thule.
You want to go see it? What's it called?
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
Place where life's supposed to come to end. It supports life.
Then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look. Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
So they gotta get some of their chairs picked up. Let's go see what
so it was
Ultima
that
Thule
the
looks
brave
like.
wayfarers arrived at last
Jean
at
Dubarry.
Dream's End.
Oh, Sleepy Hollow is another really good one that Johnny Depp was in.
In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell. So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this, the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Okay. That's evil looking.
Is this a dead star?
Dark Shadows. See, Dark Shadows was based on a TV series of the same name.
I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
Yeah, it was real similar in style and story to the movie for Dark Shadows. I think you got to dig kind of deep to find those original shows. Heck, go back and try to find Johnny Depp's starring role in 21 Jump Street. Oh yeah, we get some dyes. Yeah, the original television series 21 Jump Street. You sneeze. Bless you. The original series 21 Jump Street, Johnny Depp was in. And it was not a comedy. So it was more of a procedural drama. Actually, you know what? No, not machinist. Reaper. Reaper. I could probably handle a fight with these guys if I had to. Yeah. Get a little experience out of that. Relicans. Okay, yep. Found some ruins here. Aha, what do you got for me? It's partly intact. There's really not men as we can see with them. 31 you haven't seen. That's a fact. I mean, there's people that don't even have 31 movies to their career. So for him having 31 that you haven't seen, Potion partially melted, likely sometime in the distant past. Does not appear to have been inflicted deliberately. They were often wrought in the heat of battle. We get jumped by that. Yep. Oh yeah, I'm a level below them, but I'm still taking them out, no problem. Dynamis crystals, where are they? What are they? Marked. Trying to see where these Dynamis crystals are ending up in my inventory here. Oh, right there. Stone, golden crystal rich in dynamis. It's crafting material. Okay. And how many of those 31 movies are, you know, full? He's the major star, and how many are just ones he's like had a minor role in? Light from the ship, all is shrouded in darkness. Thancred is here, I'd never know it. On the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. Okay, I'm gonna go Aether Current hunting off stream. So I'm sure there's going to be some story elements I'm going to have to complete before I can fully fly here. Still no trace of Thancred. Nothing but emptiness as far as you can see, and you can't see very far. Someone or something is here. Chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. With feelings of death and anguish. You might see some of that stellar dragon over there that I've already fought 2 of. Because Dynamis is the energy of emotions. You do not see the dragon? Am I the only one that sees the dragon? Okay, now we're going off the port side of the ship. Rango, Lone Ranger, Sleepy Hollow, Edward Scissorhands, Corpse. Yeah, I forgot about Corpse Bride. Let's see, I haven't seen the Fantastic Beasts movies. You guys are just gonna keep jumping me, aren't you? Oh, that is a good list, yeah. And I mean, that's just a good list of just good movies to have seen, not just good Johnny Depp movies. Where'd you go, Estinian? Aha, so you see the dragons. Main role movies, yeah. Could this planet? Ooh. Conjecture the others may soon find dragons they can see as well, yeah. Death and anguish. Because the dragons fled their world. You know, Midgard took the last of the dragons with him, fled their world when it was being destroyed. So, could this be the dragon's original star they fled from? And we can see these spirits of the dragons left behind, again, because of our connections to Midgard and Nidhogg. You're not going to watch Fantastic Beasts 3? I have to be 90 to start this one. Yep. Oh no, finish it. It's not the same. No, I mean, if that is what you... That is entirely... That is your opinion. That is what you want to do. That is your preference. I have not watched any of the, other than the first one, I have not watched any of the Mission Impossible movies.
Dragons.
Silliest. Yeah. In the first Mission Impossible movie, I'm assuming under Tom Cruise's direction or one reason or another, they took the beloved characters from the
whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
They took the beloved characters from the Mission Impossible series that I had come to enjoy. Just killing them off would have been fine. Spy movie stuff, killing off characters happens. But they made them into the villains before they killed them off. That's what pissed me off. Yeah, see, and that's you killing off my favorite characters, fine, that happens. But turning them into bad guys before you kill them. Oh, I'm sorry, Guardian. Take a couple of extra extinguishers with you, and if somebody's misbehaving, you can club them over the head with them. But yeah, the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movies, I didn't like how they vilified the good guys from the series.
What?
And made Tom Cruise the only
Their
good guy
world
after that.
Is dead?
So
It is.
yeah, you didn't have as much of a chance to fall in love with the original characters like I did.
In the vast emptiness.
So
These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
so that's. But see, I'm not gonna demand. I'm not gonna demand everybody else boycott the Mission Impossible movies because of how I feel they treated the characters. If you want to watch them, that's fine. I'm not going to. That, and I think the movies are just largely excuses for Tom Cruise to do stunts, and the stories take a back seat to it.
A strange question.
So
He is at your side, is he not? Oh yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words.
So Thancred's been disillusioned?
Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty.
Yeah,
You
he's
don't know why you still exist.
earlier in his career he did some good movies. Some of his later ones have been very much on the meh side of things.
In like manner to the oblivion I send, I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed.
So you wiped him out. That's not nice.
Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade. Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
So this world exists because of the strength of Thancred's soul. And his drive to survive overpowering the despair that was here already.
We should hurry and tend to business.
Stinian, it's not going to turn out any better for you. Okay, at least she dodged. Seeing he was going to die and a bigger chunk was going to
You
appear.
will never reach the true me.
Muted him for the whole thing.
I told you. Emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter in its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Gosh, she's so creepy.
Meteon holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
Hey there, Bloodshard. How you doing? Summon the Pine? The Pine's actually probably at work.
But Thancred gave his life.
If I could summon the Pine with a mere thought, I would.
Press on.
Agreed.
How you doing today,
We cannot
Bloodshard?
turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
Pine lives in... I thought he was in, Kentucky. Summon the tabby then. Are you wanting me to send somebody in Virginia out to knock around these lawyers? Is that what it is, Ember? Both in Virginia? Okay. Well, why don't you summon the pine or the tabby to go do that then? Sacrifice he hath afforded us chance to prevail. Let us not squander it and ascertain the nature of this realm that we might confront and defeat Medion. Well, you summon the tabby to go smack around some lawyers. This path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. We reconvene here when everyone is finished. So these dragons are shadow and shade, a world whose denizens sought oblivion. Such are not likely to be amenable to company, let alone conversation. Be careful. Yeah, no GD, no bot set up in here yet. Yet. See, I don't know why he's not. He hasn't attacked. I did the song. And he hasn't greeted anybody when they've said anything in chat either, so. Wayfesk. Observe the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar, only watch and wait, and end. Insight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Omnal, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain. See, I didn't rank him. I just don't think he's fully working yet. Is it or not of the star? Thy slender hands bring plague to our world, thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame. Oh, how we would adore thee, alas! With time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, so we wait for its inexorable march unto oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. Again, such bright and cheerful and happy dragons. So glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat. Never had we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Experience for discovering new areas. So I can't help but wonder if part of the problem with the YouTube's API is that each stream chat is a different site, basically. every stream video is a different site. The chat's a different web address. So if that doesn't make it a little bit harder to track the chat for something like Capamon, then this then is the fate of those that remained. Stick around, maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened here. As you're lifting a large egg from the viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. In the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. Oh, you've got other things going on, Ember. That's fine. This is not a happy or cheerful or enjoyable experience at the moment, anyway. Perhaps the dragonet within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. The dragonet was indeed hatched. There is no sign of it here, or its sire, for that matter. We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops, I'll search the plains. Oh, sure. The guy that can leap and jump to incredible heights is going to go search the low ground. Yeah, the guy that can jump to extreme heights searches the low ground. I go climbing up to search the high ground. That makes a lot of sense. As we go around a dolphin-shaped pool of glowing green mists. Okay, we've got a fight coming up here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Summoner for the fight. I'm gonna bring in my carbuncle too. Not my carbuncle, my chocobo. Well, I found the dragonet. And its sire. Boisterous howling hath been quieted by thy hand, I presume. It attacked me! There's something resembling one. I see. What's happened here? Was that your child? Perhaps some eggs within Omnal are indeed mine. Life within one did quicken. The beast that thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. It ascended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild, a futile effort. In purest soil replete with aether did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. But few survived to hatch Emerge's abominations. We shall have no new progeny. There are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars. That there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers. The arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there is another star. Hmm? It might relieve some of the scare, might be a little scary to do it. But could you go ask your aunt what she's doing? Oh, Stinian. Boom. We go all the way back to this. Okay, no, just to the 8th right, not all the way back to the ship. Kind of wonder. Nope, okay. Wondering if I had that evacuation button, the recall button in my inventory. Figured it'd be a key item. Looks like a little conflict. Yep. Thank you. It's for our part to believe we are more acutely aware of our confines than before. Sort of by traversing the perimeter of the island, see if there might be a path leading off. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. Enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? That. So I tried throwing a stone on a platform to judge its integrity. Never reached its mark. Aha! So we're pushed back into this, okay. Gotta fly to another island. Hope. Hope would be an emotion to cross a bridge. Ah, maybe it's the dragons holding us back. Yes. Shows no path at all, meaning there's no way for the dragons or anyone on the island to advance. I just mentioned Ember. Maybe, you know, it might be scary to do, but ask your aunt what she's doing if you get the chance. Midian meant to unmake us then and there on the Ragnarok. She would have. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair. Otherwise, rules Ultima Thule and reshape to a degree. Perhaps it would be done again in like manner, overpowering the prevailing emotions. Himself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. And a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most. Potent enough, mayhap, to dictate the course for others, lest there no vein to follow. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against his calcifying heart. Mayhap one of you will fare better? Yep, I'll go talk to the depressed dragon, try to make him happy. Alend they call him in the dragon tongue. I will find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Oh, what do we got to lose? Let's do it. I'm actually going to toss up the BRB screen for a minute. I need to step away for just a moment. Oh, excuse me. I encourage everybody to get up, stretch the legs, move the body, get the joints moving, tendons flexing and stuff like that. While you're up and about, if you like the video, give the even though we're live, you can still give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and ring ding clang that bell so you know when I go live, when I post other videos. We do have the World of Final Fantasy videos going up Mondays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays we are doing The Gunk and Final Fantasy Fridays. And I will be back momentarily. Okay.
Could ever comes out, waiting in the reeds to choke on the pieces you're dealing. But I'm healing like a demon. But it takes one to know one, he says. And though you're cold, you always already begun. They're out there fighting for you. I'm the villain.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, Mother Nature was calling, and she really does not like being put on hold, so had to go take care of things. Going back up there. There's a triggered fate. One of my favorite mountain musics. I don't know why I like that particular mount song, but I do. Let's see what Alend has to say.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
Ooh. Estinian stepping up to deal with the dragon. A dragon! A dragon! A dragon!
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Our pride is crushed and our souls corrupted. The winds are stilled and the heavens offer no comfort. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives a curse as we await the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin? On another star? And yet, upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war in our new home? For a time, yes.
They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
Mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. See, again, sanguine means bloody, but it also means hopeful. What, Ember? So, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity.
What are you wondering about there, Ember?
And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
God, that is a big lance. Nothing. Okay.
Estinian!
Stay back.
He just pissed off the dragon. That's all. We tire of war. We tire of turmoil. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. I just wanted to, okay. Release us from war, from life.
This is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Something gonna happen to Estinian now?
No! Not Estinian too!
There's a wind. He's opened the way for us.
Sacrificed himself.
Sacrificed himself to remake this
Yep.
place. Like Thancred did.
Is that gonna happen
Oh, Alphinaud.
much more times? 5 more times now? Leaving me the only one left to go fight Medion?
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
See, because when Thancred attacked Midion, his body was dispersed, but his soul, crying out for survival, basically made this livable for us. So now Estinian's been dispersed. His soul, crying out for whatever, has expanded it. As I read my unicorn. So Estinian's soul has expanded the realm that we can traverse and survive. So look there, the wind. This is Estinian's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. And whoosh! Oof. Oh. It's only 88 as my Reaper. I need to be 89. So I'm guessing 5 more times there's going to be somebody's going to sacrifice themselves and expand this realm that we're in. He did it. He found a way forward for us. Yeah, Graha, Alphinaud, Alase, Estinian, and Y'shtola. Dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting Alphino, just like Thangred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alice is right, we must press on, for their sake. Jadoon on the moon. Jadoon platoon on the moon. We must continue. This way. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. Could be. Tread carefully so you don't lose footing in the sand. Strong combo, there we go. That 132 yalms to the northeast, that's close. I should be able to see it. Of course, it would be up on that big rock right there. I can hear it. Look at this! Just look at this view. I mean, if this is a destroyed, tarnished remnant of a world, I don't know how else you would do it. Ouch! My toes! I think I broke my toes. And yet Tommy comes down without a bump. That was easy enough. Other one. I can't help but think that while they were naming enemies, you know what? Okay. We've got a name for this one, but what about the other one? That's what they named it. They named it the other one. Real close to leveling this so I can do the quests, complete the quests as Reaper. Let's see, I need about 700,000. I get 2,000 per. That might be a little bit. violet crystal embedded in its surface would appear as ordinary stone. It's etched in a language you don't know. Graha doesn't recognize it, nor Y'shtola. They claim the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What you looking at, Alice? The same crystals as this monument. I mean, there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go have a look. Okie dokie. Hoke doke artishoke. Oh, 80 yalms to the north? Well, let's go. Yep, I see it right there. But Hoke doke artishoke? Alice says, I think this is the crystal tower we pretty much just climbed to get that aether current too. Ghostly figure. We're looking at Heavenly Booze from Mario Brothers. Hail, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. Okay, dude can take his own head off. The vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention. Ia, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. His head can come off. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kafkudg. Yes, Kafkudg of the A. Yeah. We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of aether, or dynamis, as this space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive, then? That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we are aether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. Total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. That's a lot of questions. That's rather a lot, isn't it? Oh, my apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. The reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course. So they want to come to life so they can die. Okay. Though need is perhaps too strong a word. It would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments. an experience found only with bodies of flesh. Trial lunchtime. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. There goes his head popping off again. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the Ea, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the Ea wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me... You missed the verdict? Well, give it about 10-15 minutes, Ember. I'm sure there will be tons of headlines with the verdict. It's going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. I don't think there's anything wrong with his head, it's just that he's able to take his head off and put it back on. 360 to the northwest. I'm going northeast. It's a stack of attack gold coins. Yep. 262 to the north. Grab this Aether Current up here. Actually, grab the Aether Current, attune to that Aetherite, and then continue on with the quest. Oh, ooh, can I dive here? No, it's just swimming. Well, I was trying to see if I could dive down in the deeper depths of that pool there. Since I didn't even realize it was a pool. I'm gonna go to the spooky dude. I'm just doing a couple little side errands. Getting myself closer to flight in this area. Okay, oops. There's spooky dude. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures there. You say they remain idle. What of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate. So let's go find out some more about this race of people who want bodies so they can die. Cast your thoughts toward the crystalline domicile. There's no response. Knock, knock, knock. Anybody home? You wish to speak? Well, pray a moment if you would. You want me to give you a second to get your sheets on? You ghost? Call him Cody. Cody's a good name. Cody works. Cody the decapitated ghost. Why we seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. What form did I take when last I emerged? Strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. I'm not going to guess what that ghost was doing by himself in that crystal, moaning and groaning like that. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? Not in the least. I see. If they failed to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. Yes, Axolotl Minion. Actually, I need to speak to my retainer. I forgot to do that before coming out here. The Axolotl Minion is caught by having a retainer do certain ventures at level 70. So I've been leveling up my retainer and her fisher skills. So, actually, I wonder. I'm gonna grab this quest. I'm gonna teleport back to Ultima and see if I can teleport back to here. Quite a few you have awakened. Ah, there they are. It's 3 wild Codys. May I introduce you to Lalach, Dudik, and Nenig. Hi! It's been too long, Kafkog. I dare say Setter 4 has since completed an orbit. It's a year. Indeed. Until the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Ah, of course, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who is speaking? Nope. I have no clue either, Graha. Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford, mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Kafkog, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests, matter of proper form? God, the head pop. Ah yes, so long has it been, it had completely escaped my mind, and still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Oh no, they're all going to start head popping, aren't they? Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, Neneg. The archives have long been frozen, lest we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you recall that much. Ah, of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their aether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right, that's right. So you're gonna feed us. We duly invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, I see no reason to decline. Cody, Needle, Lake, and Dew. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest aether. Now to check something. So I can imagine they'd cut you off completely. Lithul. Okay, go to the A, Ray. Okay. So these are teleportation points here. We're gonna go. Wait, I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do it this way. Go ahead and name them all you want, Ember. Because it's your names are much easier to pronounce than the ones that are in the game. Okay, so I need to come here. Over to the Avenue Exchange. Summoning Bell. Her venture is complete from the one I gave her yesterday. She's now level 29 fishing. So can't send her after the blue coral or hammerhead shark because I myself never caught them. So I will just continue to send her on the waterside explorations. While I'm here, do I have anything in my inventory I want to dump? No. Othard blue dyes. That's sell for anything. $800's not bad. I'm gonna go $750. Okay. So Retainer's off on another fishing venture so that she can level up some more once she hits 70. I'll have her focus on the ones that will get me the axolotl minion. Jaja Dog. That's that one's name, Jaja Dog. We're going to speak to Cody, see what food it is they've got to offer. This a whole village of them. This facility is where we replenish our aether. There's no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Oh yeah, just naming the main floor is fine. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, space will soon be awash with purest aether. Please absorb as much as you like. I'm almost afraid of what/how they're gonna call this aether and feed us. Is it just gonna be like food goo falling from the sky, or what? Brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet aether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just as I had suspected, as meticulously as one might recreate the Aya's homeworld, this is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate aether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated emerald. However appearances may seem, we must be ever mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. The one across the map. So did you have your fill of aether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it. A deficiency in our forms, it would seem. How very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your aether? Sit down and we eat. Ah! Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. And then needles going and popping their head off. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with our sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder, wherefore do you obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? Cody, you flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the Ea yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to the intangible such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress. But the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see, too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make even greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believed that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answers you sought? Nope. Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you will learn more, we will share it with you. Just pay us $3.95 a month. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegia. Elegia? Northeast, okay, actually. I thought I was going to have to actually go find them. Fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. Can you have it? You want yourself an Aya? Well, look up and see if there's an Aya minion that I could collect or gather somehow. Something seems to be weighing on Oriange's mind. I rejoin the Aya. There is one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Tasselhoff, Grahatia, might I trouble for your assistance? But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you are plotting, Oriange, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. Best of us shall go on ahead to Elegia. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. Switching to Reaper to get some experience as I discover new areas. Might have the occasional fight I have to do too, so. Fate right up over here. I'm gonna see if anybody's doing it. Nope, okay. Oh, somebody's out here mining. Yeah. Okay. Take a look here, see what that minion is going to be. That minion requires. A gemstone trader in Ultima Thule. Okay. Shared Fates rank 3. Okay. So basically I have to do... That's what I was talking about earlier. In each region there's the Shared Fate system. So I have to do... I wonder if it shows it in here yet. No, because I haven't done any fates in here yet, it's not going to show up on the list. But I have to do about 65 fates total. And that'll unlock rank 3, and then I can get it with the bicolor gemstones that I've got. So... Is it the spring you wish to investigate? Nope. Forgive me, my friends, there's not to investigate. It was but a pretense to speak in private. Never undivided attention. As we have established here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra, they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? Medion made contact with them while they still lived. Of course, she must have visited the stars of the dragons and the Ea before either race perished in their entirety. Thus could she make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacra than she had relied on in any historical account. So too did I theorize, and upon that assumption, consider how those two races may have met their demise. Medion perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own, heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an entelechy. Christopher's starfaring journey, she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation of their existence. She would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. Overwhelmed by their longing for death, Medion did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons and Ea. So she destroyed these worlds because she felt like they wanted to be destroyed. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to her. In order to create a terminus, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Cody! Why do you tell us this now? There again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades. In bringing thee into my confidence, I would remain true to my word. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the Crystal Exarch. Let's place my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favor and abide in faith as I fulfill mine own destiny. He knows he's going to have to disappear here soon. Beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot feign ignorance at the answer I have found within. To answer the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? For all we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must and see your conviction through. See, with as much as Y'shtola was talking, I figured she'd be the one to sacrifice herself in this area. But if it's got to be Urianger, it's got to be Urianger. Let's be off to what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this fate. Oh, somebody else is doing it. Stone and slam. And that fate is now done. So, I'm over here to travel. Shared fate. Ultima Thule. Okay, so I complete 6. I go from rank 1 to rank 2. Then I complete 60 fates. I go from rank 2 to rank 3. So 66 fates total. Complete 66 fates in this area. Then from the gemstone trader I can get the minion of these guys. The Wee-Ia. The Wee-Ah! And there's our main 4 friends. Oops, I didn't want to LSA. Y'shtola. And everyone is counted for. Shall we then? Cutscene.
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not.
Alright, and I'll say interesting choice for the voices.
We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid
Deneb 3 sounds familiar.
Distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
Head blop.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand, having remained entirely in the bounds of your star. The phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp, but this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery.
The heat death of the universe.
The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter onto an eternal ice age.
Which, yeah, that will happen in a few billions and billions and trillions of years.
Proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility.
So basically I figured out everything's gonna end at some point, so why do anything?
Our greatest invention became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls. Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have attained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish.
Head bloop.
If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
No. We will find another. If for no reason other than the search for that other way to survive is the reason to survive.
While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it, convinced though you may be of this truth. It is yours, and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Yes.
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
So it is Y'shtola unlocking this area.
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end.
Alrighty, and have a good one, Ember. Enjoy your lunch.
I always have.
I'm gonna be actually wrapping up here soon.
Seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
So, during that wrap up, we'll discuss the weekend.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it. But worry not. We consider
So
it
they're
our
going dark.
duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
So these four are gonna go dark like the dragon did. And the Formedion surrounds Y'shtola in the darkness.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back.
Oh yeah!
You mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost. So press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Mariange.
So we're doing a twofer here, okay.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality.
So her power, her drive, his intelligence and mental flexibility.
Hope that
Okay.
thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
Literally sacrificing themselves to reshape this
How could we
world.
possibly fail?
And they're gone. There were 8 of us to begin with. Obviously, I'm going to continue on. So 7 partners, 7 companions, down to 3.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
Yep.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth.
So
Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn, alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift.
God, she's so creepy and dark.
To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Oh, sorry, I just got up and moved a little bit ago. Body's telling me to get up and move again. But so that's why I think I'm going to wrap up. I grabbed the quest here from Gratia. Are you all ready to continue on? Mistola and Oriange opened up the way. Okay. Oh, and a couple of looks like Aether current quests right here. So I will do them If I don't have them done before next stream, I will do them on stream. But otherwise, I will do them off stream. So thank you for watching. Be sure and give the video a like. Be sure and give the channel a subscribe, and give the bell a ring, ding, clang, rang, so you get notified of next time I go live, next time I post videos. I currently have the World of Final Fantasy videos going up Mondays and Wednesdays. Tomorrow we'll be live over on Twitch. Sorry, just yeah. Tomorrow we'll be live over on Twitch at 2 p.m. Central with the Levitated mod pack for Minecraft, building some rockets and space stations. Sunday we are starting a new game that will be determined at the end of stream tomorrow. I don't even know which game it's going to be yet. I've got a list of them. I'll do a random spin on a wheel, and we'll see what game comes up. Then Tuesdays and Fridays here on 2Ube. Tuesdays we are doing The Gunk, which is a new game that just hit Steam last month. It's been out on consoles for a while, but it's new to PC. It's a fun one. And Fridays we are doing Final Fantasy XIV. So we're doing those at 10 a.m. Central Time, Tuesdays and Fridays. So thanks again for coming out and watching. Leave me some comments below of what your predictions are. Are we going to lose Alice, Alphino, and Grahatia one at a time? Are they all three going to go in one shot here? Let me know some other minions you think I should look for and try to get. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. And I will see you all around. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye now.